A lot of ICAN students struggle with this paper. Now, many times not because they do not understand the paper, all right, or the topics. It's because of its majorly presentation issue, all right, actually, for audit and assurance, and not just audit and assurance, actually, even for CSME and PSAP, all right, but more specifically for audit and assurance, it's usually a presentation issue. Students do not know how to answer questions. They don't know what the examiners are asking. They don't know what is expected of them and all of that. And so instead of them maxing out the scores, you see them getting like 1, 2 out of 15. All right, and imagine a student getting 2 out of 15 for each of the question. That students would not get quarter of the marks. All right, and this is why students score 19, 10, 9, 8 over 100. All right, that's usually what happens. I can't go in depth into that because that's not what we expect for tonight. Okay, but just know that you need to work on your presentation. Okay. All right. So very quickly, here are the topics you should expect in your November 2024 Audit and Assurance examination. The first is substantive procedures. All right, this is one of the most examined questions in ICAN from November 2014 to May 2024, last diet. Okay, you want to pay attention to substantive procedure. After that, so remember to solve 40 to 50% of this entire question. Okay, so that will leave you to about 10 to 11 past questions. Okay, once you're done with that, move to audit planning and risk assessment. Okay, this one, please don't joke with it. It was last examined in November 2023. November 2024, you would most likely 90% certainty that you see this in examination. Okay. All right. So once you're done with that, then you're moving to the next category, and that's the topics that you should give priority to, starting from professional ethics and code of conduct. This is one topic that I've observed recently. In recent times, every diet you would say it. All right. So let's see. 28. In fact, let's see. 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017. Okay, full diet. 2018, 2019, full diet. 2020, 2021, full diet. 2022, 2023, full. So you can see every diet. It's a question that you don't want to joke with, or a topic that you don't want to joke with, rather. To give priority to professional ethics and code of conduct. Okay, then we move to the next one, evidence and sampling. All right, evidence and sampling was last examined in November 2023. All right, so I encourage you to pay attention to evidence and sampling. All right, it's very important. Please pay attention to evidence and sampling. Okay, it's like you're not seeing the screen. Let me share that again. All right, beautiful. You can see the screen now. All right, so please pay attention to evidence and sampling. Okay, now once you're done, remember to solve 40 to 50% of the questions. Once you're done with evidence and sampling, move to obtaining an engagement. This one is another one that you most likely meet in your exam. Okay, so it's also examined last in November 2023. So please pay critical attention to obtaining an engagement. Okay, once you're done with that, move to concept and assurance. This one was examined last diet. Okay, but still pay attention to it. Then you move to IT audit. This one, what I'm saying, you would most likely meet this in your examination also. Okay, it was last examined in May 2022. So please pay attention to IT audit. And when you're done with that, you want to move to internal control. Internal control too has been critically examined in recent times. It was also examined in May 2024, but please pay attention. So once you're done with these categories, then you can come and check these ones that have not been highlighted at all. Okay, so you want to start with internal audit. All right, so that is what to do, and these are the topics you should be expecting in your taxation in your audit and assurance examination, remember, it's not enough to solve questions. It's not enough to understand the topic. When it comes to audit and assurance, you need to know how to present. You need to understand the mind of the examiners, and the time to start is now. I will be sharing more information about this before we end the challenge.
Before you go, I have a very important announcement to make, and this would benefit you especially if you've written a paper more than once. So I've come across students that are struggling, they've been struggling to pass just a single paper, and they are yet to move to the next stage of their ICAN examination career, okay, just because of a single paper. And some of these students score as low as 30%, 20%, and even 10%. Now, I know this for a fact because this also happened to me. I remember it was advanced audit and assurance. Now, at the time when I was writing the examination, I was practicing as an auditor, so I had the field experience, okay, but yet I kept failing. In fact, I think I had 19% or thereabout. Yeah, it was a ridiculous mark. And I could have sworn that I did everything I needed to do. I was attending lectures, I covered the syllabus, I solved questions, I studied, I took notes, I did everything. But yet I was failing. It was when I got, I think it was 19%, 19 over 100, that I decided to put a stop to it. And that was when I discovered all the strategies I'm about to share with you. All right. So, are you that students that have been failing the ICAN examination, you've been failing a paper, you've been scoring less than 50%, in fact, you've been scoring ridiculous marks, and you do not know what else to do? In fact, you might be about to quit your ICAN career. Don't quit just yet. This is for you. And if you're not that student, if this is your first time of writing the examination, do not wait until this happens to you. You can fail proof your exam. And if this is not your first, and if you're not that student, don't worry, you do not need to wait until this happens to you. You can ensure that you pass your exam 100%. Okay? Now, let me tell you one thing that you've been missing prior to now. I've observed and discovered that most students that find themselves in this scenario, they lack presentation, okay, the presentation skill. They do not know how to present. Now, a lot of students understand the course, they've read, just like me, they've read, they've covered the syllabus, they've done everything they need to do, but they lack presentation skill. They don't know how to present. And ICAN does not joke with this, especially at the professional level and also the skills level. So you need that presentation skill, okay? Now, a lot of times you do not know, you have zero idea on how the ICAN marking guide works, okay? And when you don't know this, you don't know how to approach the examination, okay? In fact, just this one skill alone, once you understand this strategy alone, you can ace the exam, you can pass the exam excellently, okay? Now, you need to understand how the ICAN marking guide works, the different marks that ICAN can allocate to each of the questions. Once you have an idea of this, it helps you, it guides you on how to answer the question, it guides your time management, the amount of time and effort you should give to each of the questions. Now, that is not all. Another thing you might be missing is you might not even understand how to approach the questions based on the marks allocated, okay? So I can just put marks in your question script, your question paper. You see the marks allocated to each question. These marks, they mean something. You need to understand what they mean, and you need to know how to answer these questions based on the marks allocated to each of the questions, okay? Another thing you might be missing is you do not know what your examiners are requiring of you. For each question you see in that examination booklet, in the question booklet, the examiners are expecting certain things from you, okay? Both written and not written. There are things they are looking out for. You need to understand what they are looking out for, and also you need to know how to give it back to them, okay? Another thing you might be missing is you might have zero strategy on how to answer questions you don't know. All right, I've seen students that once they don't know how to, once they don't understand the question, they leave a blank. They don't answer the question. That is wrong, and that sends a lot of negative signal to your examiners. Okay, you do not want to do that. So you need a strategy that would help you write something, write the right things, even if you don't know the question. Now this is a bonus. This is a bonus. If you know how to mark your examination script and examination or especially if you already have all the strategies I've listed above, you would pass the examination certainly 100%. Okay. Then finally, this is also a bonus. You would be able to stretch your mark. You would be able to set your mark to a minimum of 70%. Now this is very easy. It is possible. It is doable. I've done it. A lot of my students have done this, so it is possible. Imagine when you know that you score not less than 70, you've passed already, and you've not just passed. You're on your way to, you have a high chance of getting the ICAN prize. Okay. Now, I've recorded a video to give you all of these skills. The how to answer ICAN exams questions excellently video. Now, in this video, I share how to comprehend the ICAN marking guide. So I teach you the ICAN marking guide, the different ways ICAN marks the examination. Okay, so when they tell you to list, I tell you what they're expecting. Okay, the possible marks that are allocated for listing. When they tell you to explain, the possible marks that are allocated to that, how to approach those sort of questions. So I just in general teach you, I break it down how the ICAN guide marking guide works. Once you understand the ICAN marking guide, then you would know how to answer question, any kind of question. And I did this for both calculation-based exam and theory-based exam. Now that is not all. I teach you a strategy, okay, on how to approach each question based on the marks allocated. Okay, so if a particular question is 15 marks, I tell you exactly how to get all of the 15 marks. It is very important. Okay, so that's 15 marks. You should aim to get all of the 15 marks, and I teach you exactly how to do that, what to write, the approach, the manner of presentation, is it report writing, is it essay, all of that is covered in the video. Now that is not all. I also teach you how to decode the minds of your examiners. Okay, once you understand exactly what your examiners are looking for, just write it, and I teach you, I show you exactly how to present, okay, what your examiners are looking for. It's all in the video. That is also not all. I give you a powerful strategy to answer questions you have zero idea about. So there are questions you accurately do not know. There are questions you know, but you do not know what to write. There are questions you know, but probably because of anxiety, the tension, the stress, you just know how to present. I tell you exactly what to write to get scores. All right. So if this one alone too is another one that would boost your mark. If this is all you get in the video, it will boost your mark. So I tell you exactly what to write if you have zero idea of a particular question. Okay. That is also not all. I also show you how to mark your examination script or an examination or. So imagine you have all of the strategies I mentioned above. You know how to you know how the ICAN marking guide works. You understand how to answer questions based on the marks allocated. You understand the minds of examiners and how to satisfy their requirements. You know what to write when you don't know the question. Now imagine you now know how to mark your script. You now mark your script and determine the score. The possible score. Okay, now what this helps you do is once you've seen that, okay, what are my possible score might fall below 50%, might fall below 60%, then you know that you should go back and check the areas where you can boost your score based on all of the strategies that I share in the video. Finally, I teach you how to increase your mark to minimum of 70%. So enough of the 30%, of the 20%, and less than 10%. I show you how to boost your marks to 70%. So if this is you've struggled, you're writing, you keep writing a paper, and there is no point of escape. You don't have a solid strategy to escape and to move to the next phase. This is for you. If that's also not you, if this is your first time, you also need to lay your hands on this video to boost your chances of success. Now, For the next 24 hours, this video goes for 10,000 naira. For the next 24 hours, you would have access to this video for just 7,500 naira. Now let me quickly state, if you're watching this video at the later time, please note that this discount will not be available at that time. You would be getting this video at the current price at the time of watching this video. Alright, so for the next 24 hours, get this video for just 7,500 naira. Now this is the link. Copy this link to your browser, seller.co/mark. Copy this link to your browser to get the video, or click on the link in the description. This link is also in the description of the video. Click on the link to get this video. If you want to do a manual transfer, here is the details that you should send to. These details are displayed on the screen. Please send your payment proof, your email and phone number to jutire1@gmail.com or to the number displayed on your screen. WhatsApp only, please. Alright, so once again, thank you for watching my video. If this is your first time, do not forget to like, subscribe, share and turn on the notification button so that you would know when the next video is uploaded. If it's not your first time, thank you for always watching and engaging my videos. Do not forget to recommend this video to someone that is taking the ICAN examination.